Hi, this is Steve King.
And I'm Johnnie Putman.
This time on our video road test, we take a look at the 2016 Mazda CX-5.
Specifically, the Mazda CX-5 Grand Touring with all-wheel drive. This 2016 Mazda CX-5 finds itself in a very crowded compact sport utility category. It's up against cars like the Toyota RAV4, the Ford Escape, Jeep Wrangler, and Subaru Forester, just to name a few.
First reaction looking inside the Mazda is, well, that's a pretty good looking interior.
For 2016, you'll find there's some changes on the interior of the Mazda CX-5. There's gorgeous materials, soft plastics, beautiful leathers, a sleek dash that goes on forever, well laid out gauges that are easy to read, and fits and finishes that are absolutely impeccable.
The center console is well laid out. You have a place to put your key. You have your mouse controls and your parking brake control, and right next to your shifter, you have the option of putting the Mazda into and out of sport mode. If you've got tall people like us in the front seats in the Mazda, even though the seatbacks curve in, you're not going to want to be relegated to the rear seats. Not a whole lot of room. With the lift gate up, and even with the seats still up, you still have a reasonable amount of storage room.
Gas mileage on this Mazda CX-5 as an all-wheel vehicle is not bad at all. You get 24 in the city, 30 on the highway, and combined EPA rating of 26 miles per gallon.
Under the hood, this Mazda has a 2.5-liter, 4-cylinder, 184 horsepower engine, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. You're not going to win any drag races, but for getting on your average expressway, it's fine.
Some reviewers have mentioned that they think that the engine is loud on this CX-5. We've never been struck by this one being particularly loud, but when you go at highway speeds, you're going to be surprised at the wind noise. It's a lot more than we ever expected.
With the Grand Touring package, you get this nice leather-wrapped tilt and scope steering wheel. But more important than that, you get a vehicle that handles really well.
While the braking, handling, and suspension are all tuned to be sporty, the suspension was a bit of a surprise. Sure, you're going to feel the harsh bumps on city streets, but not as bad as I expected. Not a real hard ride. In fact, it's quite comfortable.
While overall we're impressed with all the technology that you find in the Mazda, the placement of some of the controls leaves something to be desired. For example, on a cold day, you're riding along, you have your heated seat up, you want to change the heated seat settings, well fine, take your eyes off the road and look down to where the heated seat controls are. I don't care for that placement.
When it comes to visibility, this crossover vehicle is like most sport utility vehicles. Yes, there is some C-pillar blockage, but overall, the visibility is really quite good in this Mazda, especially because it has really big outside mirrors.
Even though this is technically classified as a compact sport utility vehicle, we found that there is more than enough headroom, even with the sunroof.
One of the yardsticks we use when rating a vehicle is whether or not we could take it on a long trip. Well, the combination of the comfort in the CX-5, the cargo capability, the fun factor when it comes to driving the vehicle, we think hands down we could take this one on a long trip. As we're driving it, this 2016 Mazda CX-5 Grand Touring stickers at $34,015.
For more information,
Check out what our friends from Consumer Guide Automotive have to say at cgdailydrive.com.